Hello and welcome to I Am with Eric Faria. I am your host, and I have here once again with me Matthew Colin, who is a musician, singer, and songwriter, and he's back to talk more about his music and sing more songs for us. Hello, Matthew.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Thank you for being back on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know we did not change.
No, we did not. I mean, I could always take my tie off.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. It's great. So, I really enjoyed our conversation, the one
Absolutely.
that we had in the first episode that we
Yes.
did together. And I wanted to continue to ask you about, the music and how it works for you. So, what is music for you in terms of like your life? Where does music fit into your life and your years on Earth so far?
It's like a soundtrack.
It is a soundtrack.
I mean, if you consider each portion of your life to be a small film, what is on the soundtrack to that film? That's something you really need to think about, because when I was younger, it was 90s pop. As I got older, it was like Brit pop, and now I'm 16 years old, and it's screamo and hardcore and emo music and punk music.
Yeah.
And now as I'm getting older, it's the more mature side of punk, but there's also country in there, and
Right.
There's different things, because now as I've matured as a musician, I'm able to recognize the merit in almost everything.
Yeah. And going back a little bit, you mentioned that your sister was one of the people, at least early on, that like sort of grilled you on, your voice techniques and making you sound more like the records. Can you talk a little bit about that story?
Sure.
Because I thought it was fascinating.
So when I was in high school, like 14, 15,
Yeah.
my sister would pick me up after school, and we would drive around for hours. And she would always have a different record on, unless I specifically requested one.
Right.
And she would pick a song, and she would have me learn it and sing it along with the record. And if I messed up once, she would restart the song.
Wow.
So sometimes this went on for hours.
Really? The same song for
The
hours?
same song, until you want to just do a barrel roll out the side of the car and get away from her.
Wow. So, like, what are some of the songs that you remember singing or being tortured with?
Off of No Strings Attached by NSYNC.
Okay.
There's that one song where Justin Timberlake does that really high note at the end.
Which one? Remind me. I do know that he has some falsettos that he does, every now and then in songs.
Yeah, his head voice is crazy, man. I wish I could sing like that guy. I forget what the song is called.
Okay. I really remember his first solo album, like Cry Me a River.
Oh, man.
When I was in high school, that
So
one
good.
came out. It was so good.
Yeah, but he had this really great falsetto, and I think that was one of the first times she looked at me and she was like, "You can do that?" And at first, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just mimicking him.
Right.
Because, well, long story short, when I was a child, I wanted to be a voice actor.
Oh, you did?
So I learned how to change my voice and do all these things.
Yeah.
And so singing was easy.
Oh.
I would just change my voice.
Uh-huh.
Getting it right and everything, that was the hard part. But like the act of doing it,
Sure.
no problem.
Oh, wow.
So
you could just change your voice like that?
Yep.
Wow. So that's really interesting, because it just reminded me of an actor called Titus Burgess. He's on a Netflix show called The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Yes.
And he's really funny in that show. And he said that he began as a voice coach for other people. And people were like, "You have a really good voice, and you should be doing this." And he's an amazing singer. He even gets to sing on the show as well. It's a Tina Fey show, so it's very wacky.
I've actually seen it.
Yeah, so he does. There was one season where he did like a riff on Beyonce's Lemonade. So it was like a version of Lemonade by Titus Burgess, or Titus Andromedon. That's his name, his character's name on the show. But anyway, it began kind of like that. He wanted to just teach people how to talk better and voice techniques. And he went for college for that, and then he actually began singing and doing like Broadway musicals and being a legit performer.
Oh, wow.
So it's really interesting how sometimes,
Absolutely.
You're doing one thing and then
And it
people are
sort of
like, you have
segues
a,
into something else, yeah.
And you have a talent, like your sister, you have a talent for this, you can do this, like this comes easy for you. But I also think that at that time, your voice was changing because you were a teenager, like 14,
Absolutely.
15. So your voice was going through different,
Yeah.
like all the hormones and everything, right?
Yeah.
So
Hormones are horrible.
I bet, yeah.
Oh,
Especially
man.
when you're a singer, right?
Well, because one day I'd be able to hit a note. The next day,
Your voice would crack.
I'm like, to take from Justin Timberlake, the first day, cry me a river.
Yeah.
The second day, cry me a river.
Oh,
Yeah, you
goodness.
just can't do it.
Yeah.
And you're like, why?
What happened?
I did this yesterday. What's different?
That's so true. So how did you get through that awkward phase of voice changes and awkwardness?
It was a lot of looking myself in the mirror and asking, why are you like this?
Did that help or
No, but it made
it
me
made it
feel better.
worse? Oh, it made you feel better. Okay, so that's good. So I guess it worked.
Yeah.
Good. So nowadays you said that you're more into the mature side of like, punk and
Right.
singer-songwriter artists. Who is somebody that if you could, you would love to maybe collaborate, do a duet with, work with?
I have to say, Brian Fallon from the Gaslight Anthem. I know I mentioned him last time.
Yeah.
I'm just in love with his voice and the way he writes. It's like magic.
I will have to look him up after
Oh,
this because
man.
I don't know who he is, so I have to. Okay, good. Yeah.
There's nothing to say.
Noted.
It's great.
Great. You know who would be mine if I had any musical talents?
Of course.
I love James Taylor.
James Taylor.
He's such a legend.
Well,
And he's alive.
Well, he's
which is the best thing.
Well, he's been around for a long time.
long
He's
time.
seen quite a bit. You
Yeah.
know, he's seen fire, he's seen rain.
Yes. Him and Carole King also. They also collaborate together on many songs.
Well, I'll tell you, and sneak
I think
peek.
they even did a tour a
Did
few
they?
years ago together. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, and this is a sneak peek for those songs that I told you about last time. They're going to be releasing every month. One of the songs I actually did a cover of was "Hurt" by Johnny Cash,
Oh, that's a fantastic song. I remember that.
and just the way we did it. Wow.
Okay.
You know, I really think he would be proud if he was still with us.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, he was a great singer-songwriter.
He was phenomenal.
He was just a great overall artist.
The Man in Black.
Yeah. So true. So Matthew, before we go to break, just introduce us the next song that you're going to play for us.
Okay, so this next one is a brand new song off of my upcoming record,
Okay.
and the song is called "Missing."
And what is it about? Just give us a little tease.
It's actually about not wanting to let go. You know, not wanting to let go so much that you actually disappear inside yourself.
Oh wow. Okay.
You know, it's how do I put this? In my mind, it makes sense. So, have you ever been so upset by something that you become a shut-in?
Yes.
It's just like that.
Okay. Okay. So it's a very introspective song for you.
Yes.
then. Okay. It sounds good. So
I hope it is good.
yeah,
Because you're the third person to ever hear it.
Oh really?
Yeah. And
It's a
everybody watching.
privilege. Yes. So, well, the man just spoke. We're going to be back right after this break, and stick with us. Okay, and we are back with I Am. I'm here once again with Matthew Colin. So I will just let you take this and play the song for us.
All right. Like I said before, this one's called "Missing."
Okay.
I got something to say before the fluid fills my lungs and I drift away. I guess I might come back to life one sunny day. Do you even care when I say that I might not make it through the night? Tonight might be the last time. This bottle of Jack is no more faith in me, and I'm not kidding. Haven't been working days and all my friends think I've gone missing. I've gone missing. So my lungs are ripped and torn apart from your decay. How could you lay me this way? Do you care that it's alright by me? I'm gonna make it through. This glass will help me get over you. This bottle of Jack is no more faith in me, and I'm not kidding. Haven't been working days and all my friends think I've gone missing. This bottle of Jack is no more faith in me, and I'm not kidding. Haven't been working days and all my friends think I've gone missing. I've gone missing. I've gone missing. This bottle of Jack is no more faith in me, and I'm not kidding. It's not been working days and all my friends think I've gone missing. This bottle of Jack is no more faith in me, and I'm not kidding. I've been working days and all my friends think I've gone missing. I've gone missing. I've gone missing.
Yay! That was awesome. I wish I could sing like you. Actually, I want to know, like, talking about voice specifically, is there
course.
anything that you do for your voice?
Well, I find it, and a lot of people will tell you this, that your voice is a muscle. Okay, and just like any muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it gets, and so on
Right.
and so forth. So in order to keep my muscle strong, what I do, and this is going to sound a little weird, so don't judge me, I'll put on a record in the car, or I'll put on the radio something. I'll hook my phone up, use Spotify, whatever.
Right.
And I'll actually create my own harmonies with the songs that come on, as a way to continuously instruct and learn. But also, I'm still using that muscle.
So that's how you do it, like in the car.
Yeah.
Like just regular driving, you're listening to music and
I'm
you're
listening
like
to a song and
harmonizing.
I'm like, okay, well, how about if I take that about a half step up, and I'll just sing it a half step up, and then I'll come down and go with the tune, and if it works, great. If not, I'm disappointed in myself and I change the station so I don't remember.
Have you ever taken classes, like voice lessons?
Only the lessons from my sister in the car.
Really?
Yep.
So everything else is self-taught?
Everything else is self-taught. I did take choir for 2 years in high school.
Okay.
But I was
That's
really
not
just
really-
hanging out there because I don't know how to read music.
Okay.
So,
Wow. Is there any other instrument that you play?
I play the harmonica, I play the banjo, I play bass. Let's see, what else do I play? I'm really bad at piano.
Okay.
I just learned that I can actually play drums.
Really?
Yep.
So all these instruments that you just mentioned, all self-taught as well?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, it's a different kind of intelligence, see? Because I wasn't born with that intelligence to play music, or even if it's just being
Yeah, but you know what? There's
self-taught. Yeah.
There's different types of intelligence. You
Yeah,
got
of course.
IQ,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is your book smarts, and you have EQ, which is your street smarts. And I feel like a musical intelligence
Yeah.
is right in between that.
Oh.
And not everybody has it, but a lot of people do.
Uh-huh.
And, just like I can't do what you're doing. I wouldn't know what to ask.
This is much easier.
I wouldn't know what to ask. I'd be sitting there like, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color?
Well, that's the question that we don't ask on this show, yes. Like, I mean, if you like blue or red or orange, it's, you know.
It's earthy.
Yeah, it
Earthy
is earthy,
colors.
right? Yeah. Wow. I'm very, very impressed because.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, I wish I could do what you do with your voice. It sounds just so, I don't know what other word to say than like supersonic.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it just, when you're playing, it just comes off like so vividly. Like I can actually pretend to be in the place where you were when you wrote the song,
Okay.
which I think is what singer-songwriters want.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
listeners
in
too.
reality,
Yeah.
what we want, I want you to, you know,
To feel,
to,
right?
to feel it and to
something, yeah.
identify
Yeah.
with the song. If you feel something, if you identify something from the song,
Yeah.
then my job is done
Yeah.
because I made you feel something.
Right, for sure. The best songs that I know from my own personal taste, which is a little all over the place, but anyway, some of my favorite songs are songs that I can relate to, that, you know, maybe I listened to in high school and I could relate to at that point in my life.
Right.
Or songs that, you know, it doesn't matter that I've known them for 20 years, I still got something from them, like musically, lyrically,
Right.
or maybe it just brings a happy memory, right? So it's very interesting how it all kind of works out, and like I said, it becomes your soundtrack really, because I can listen to a song and I can pinpoint,
Exactly where you were.
Exactly, I was exactly at this place, or like talking to this person, or I was doing something with so and so that day, and this song came in the car. We all sang together.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I'll
Wow.
tell you, every
Yeah.
time I go in the studio to make
Yeah.
a record, that's my goal. I want to make a record that 10 years from now, it'll come on the radio or it'll be in your CD player randomly, and your child will be like, "Oh, Mom and Dad, what's this?" And you're instantly,
Yeah.
10 years ago, I was at the beach with my ex-girlfriend, or, you know, I was with my buddies in the car and this
Right.
came on, and just like you said, everybody started singing it together. Just stuff like that, you know?
It's cool. It's
I want to
really
create
cool.
a feeling.
A feeling, because that's the best, when you actually attach a feeling to something. In this case,
Exactly.
music, right?
Yeah. Feeling begets memory.
Oh wow, this is perfect. So we're gonna end on this note. Feeling begets memory.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So for everybody watching, I hope we get more feelings in the next segment with a new song from
course.
you, and we'll be back right after this. And welcome back to I Am with Eric Faria. We have here once again Matthew Colin and Matthew. So you have a third song that you're going to play for us.
Yes, I do.
Right? Can you talk a little bit about it before you do?
Sure. So this song's called Monster for You. It's the first track off of my self-titled record that came out in November. And it's about mental illness and how mental illness can drive us to push away those that we care about.
So was this related to you or someone that you knew?
Me.
To you.
It,
Okay.
it was related to me, yes.
All right, so let's hear it.
All right. Tear open the pages of this book. Those goddamn sages said what got me home. And I realize that all the little scribbles on these pages are nothing I can call my own. So why do we cry when all we do is lie to ourselves? seed planted firmly on the ground. Fight back, fight back, fight back, fight back. We're gonna drown. Sea's been blowing us all around. The ocean's about to bury us down. So send an SOS. Scream, there's a monster inside. I know I'm just closer to you. My life's a horror film, and you're the closer. I know that I am just a monster to you. Oh. Send an SOS, and there's a monster inside. I know I'm just closer to you. So send an SOS, scream, there's a monster inside. I know I'm just closer to you. So send an SOS, scream, there's a monster inside. I know I'm just closer to you. My life's a horror film, and you're the closer. I know that I am just a monster to you. Oh, and I know in this life I won't do. So I guess I'll be that monster for you. Oh, and I know in this life I won't do. I guess I'll be that monster for you.
Wow. Great.
Thank you, thank you.
Great. Yes, that was amazing. I think it might be my favorite, actually.
Oh.
Yes,
I
of the three.
appreciate that.
Yes, yeah.
Well,
It's great.
A little tidbit.
Yeah.
That last line, so I guess in this light I won't do, so I'll just be that monster for you,
Yes.
is essentially giving up. It's, well, I'm not going to do the way I am. You know, it's not going to do it for you. It's not going to do it for me. So how about you go? And I'll just stay here and be the monster. And that's a really dark thing. And I'll be honest, the first record took me 10 years to write. So I'm no longer that guy. But every time I play that song,
Yeah.
I'm back there immediately.
Yeah. Right. And I mean, I felt something, so that's what you want, right?
Feeling begets memory.
Exactly. So true. So I want to know where you are now and where you were in the beginning, right? So what is, you were just mentioning it, but what is like the biggest difference for you artistically?
Biggest difference for me artistically. I mean, before I really was the epitome of a starving artist. You know, I was in the military. And
Wow, that
And-
is ground for like good songs and the whole environment of the military, I bet, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can hear it here and there sprinkled in.
Yes.
But, you know, and for a while when I was in the military, I didn't have a guitar.
Oh.
So I didn't play. And I remember when I got back, I picked up a guitar and it was like I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay.
People say it's like riding a bike. It's not.
Uh-huh.
It's really not.
I wouldn't know. I just know about the bike, but yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But so it took me a while to get back into it. And, you know, I was sleeping on couches. And then I came home and I started writing songs in my sister's dining room because that's where I was staying at the time because I didn't have a place to go. And then I met my wife and so on and so forth. Now, you know, I'm a fully grown adult. I'm a homeowner, 3 dogs, married.
Nice.
You know, and full-time job, and it just works that way.
Right, right. Where would you like for your music to go from here forward? As you continue to evolve as a
Right.
human being, as an
Right.
artist, yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to say I want to be Justin Timberlake,
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
but he should watch his back.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, here's the thing. I would love to get to that level. Am I going to get to that level? I don't know.
Right.
But if I did, that would be wonderful. If not, if I just keep playing these local shows and, driving here and there to play a show every once in a while, that's fine with me.
As long as you are able to have this outlet, right?
As long as I'm able to keep doing what I'm doing. Because not only is it a stress relief for me, I see it at these kids at the shows.
Yeah.
They're having a great time. And then I'm outside and I'm talking to them after the show, and some of them come up to me and they're like, man, I have a horrible home life. Coming and hearing music is how I unwind and get away from it.
Nice.
And I'm thinking, wow, I actually have an impact on these people's lives, which is a great thing. And that works out for me.
That's awesome. I am so glad that you came over here. And just before we go,
Yes.
The title of the show is I Am. I always ask my guests to finish the sentence. So if you could, I know it's not the most, the easiest thing to talk about, but if you could complete, I am.
I am not full of myself.
Okay, there you go.
It's honestly the first thing that came to mind. I am a folk punk singer-songwriter from Sussex, New Jersey. And I want to make you feel something.
Good. That is great. Matthew, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for playing the 3 songs that you did. They
Absolutely.
were fantastic.
Thank you.
I wish you the best. And for everybody that wants to contact you, we're going to put your information at the end.
Absolutely.
So, let's do some concerts, some shows, and,
Absolutely.
that would be great, right?
That's great, yeah.
All right. So
that's the plan.
Yes, there you go. So for everybody watching, thank you so much. And we will be back next week with a new episode of I Am. I'll see you then.